In today's episode, I'm sat down with Bethany, who's the community lead for Lululemon Edinburgh, and we're going to go through what that role actually entails and the power that community can have in your local area. If you're a small business or just someone looking to build a community around a product, then Bethany is going to be blowing your mind for the next 20-25 minutes on that topic. So without any further ado, Bethany.
Yay.
Talk to people sort of just a little bit about your backstory and how you came to have the role you do today.
Yeah, well, I'm actually from Edinburgh, to start, but I started working for the company in London, and I was working just like part-time in the stores, and I think what like drew me to the company initially was the community side of it. Like that's the part that I just really related to and resonated with. So when the opportunity came up to do it in Edinburgh, which is my hometown, I was like, that's amazing. And yeah, it's been a blast.
Yeah, I got a question for you though. See how you said community is what attracted you to Lululemon? When you think of Lululemon and you like think of community, what comes into your mind?
I think it's like, a community is such a big word, but I think it's just somewhere that you feel really seen and it's like something for everyone. And I think as well, like it really got me into different hobbies that you're like, oh, I think I like that. But then when you actually like go and do it, you realize it's more about being around people and what that's doing rather than the activity itself in a way.
Yeah, I get you. Because you do yoga and everything like that.
Yeah.
Were you into that heavily before? Or?
No, it was actually one of our first ambassadors in that specific area. I'd like never done yoga. And then I was like, I don't think I like yoga because I'm quite like yappy and I tend to like high energy things. So we did it and I was like, oh, I actually really enjoyed that. And it was just like a really different style of yoga that I hadn't done before. And yeah, now like I teach yoga and everything. So that's pretty wild that this company sort of introduced me to that. And then that's now, I'd say, one of my favorite hobbies. Yeah. And such a big part of my life. So
unreal.
Yeah.
So shout out to Lululemon and getting people into yoga. So what year was it you came up and started your role at Lululemon Edinburgh? It's been a couple of years now, right?
Yeah, it's maybe been like 2.5 years-ish.
2.5 years.
I don't know.
And then if we like look at the gap between now and 2.5 years ago when you joined, what would you say your biggest impact on like the community has been? Obviously the person that did that role before you, not talking shit on them at all, but what would you say you bring? Yeah, what would you say you bring to the table? Because from my point of view, I've never seen so much of Lululemon in Scotland.
Oh, yay.
Because you see all the run clubs, you see like the backyard, the ultra that you guys did in Neighbour Good.
I love
like,
that one.
I've always been to Lulu because I knew the clothes were good. But now you see everyone sort of gravitate towards Lulu because it's like it's more of an environment. So that was one of the things I really wanted to get out of today was like talk about just the role, not the role necessarily, but like the impact you think you've made. And then how you've made that impact. Because this is what people listening will be really, really curious to know is like, what do you think goes into making community? Yeah. Because a lot of people get it wrong here. They think, I'll just put an event on and then I'm good.
Yeah, totally. And it's like, that is such part of it. But I think something I'm always like really proud of in my role is how I've managed to connect different people. And it's like, whether it's, I don't know, like we meet them through this and then we meet another person, then I'm like, oh, hey, you guys like do something so similar and so cool. So then they end up doing events together, whether it's like with us or not. And I think that's a really cool thing to do is that like, it's like that sort of bringing everyone together. And I guess that just is collaboration really, is like spotting everyone's things that they're good at. And so I think that's what like I really enjoy about it as well, is being able to just like bring everyone together for stuff. Is it?
That's cool. And then when you first joined, do you remember what the first event was that you put on?
Ooh.
And were you nervous?
I don't actually remember the first one. I think because like I'd been with the company a while, I just like knew how they felt to me and how they should sort of look. But I guess the first one that was really like, oh my gosh, that was cool and we did good. And it wasn't even so much an event, it was more just like a link up. We just did a link up run with Good Time Running. And that was actually how we met our now run ambassador, which is Ollie.
Really?
And yeah, I just remember they came to the store and we all linked up and we went for a run, and it was just like really nice and wholesome. And there's actually like some random friends in Edinburgh I knew that came along to it, and I was like, oh, we're just so like, it's so small but in a good way. And yeah, I just remember everyone at like after the event, like our team were just like, oh my gosh, that just felt like a really good buzz, where they just really aligned with our team, and yeah, it just like really kickstarted that like really nice relationship. So yeah,
well, so I suppose that means then like your events don't have to be a big deal to start with.
Yeah, like, there was no bells or whistles to it. It was literally just like, should we all just get together for a run? And that's kind of how it started.
Because then it's like, I think when people start not events as such, but like when people think like, I need to build a community, they think like, I need to do this massive thing. Whereas it doesn't actually start with that. It starts with just like, as you say, a good feeling with a good group of people. And then you're like, oh, I want to do that again. Yeah. So I suppose the takeaway so far is just do things people want to actually turn up to.
Yeah, and do things like you would want to go to, because it's, yeah, I think that's where it's, you kind of have to be like, what do I enjoy doing, and what, because community is lifestyle. So if you're making your community, it's going to be your lifestyle. So you kind of have to want to do it and enjoy it. And yeah, I think if you do, then like you've aced it really. So
nailed it. And then on the like sort of a little bit broader, you have like multiple communities within Lululemon Edinburgh or Scotland. You have like, obviously it is one big community under the brand, but you've got the train community, the run community, and the yoga community. How do you manage the three of them? And then also like, what events are you sort of putting on through the year? Do you have a certain number that you try and aim for to bring people together, or is it more spontaneous?
It can be quite spontaneous, because I think like every place is different and has their like highlighted moments. What I love about our ambassadors is, yeah, we have like, they do very different things, but they all really support each other and show up to each other's things. So the yoga event we just did for Benji, who is our yoga ambassador.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah, you were great.
I fell over.
But yeah, it was like so nice that all the ambassadors came to that, and all like, well, not all, but like a big group of our legacy ambassadors who have been ambassadors in our city before, which is so nice that they've felt the support of our team.
I suppose it's like what you said at the start though, then gets more people interested in the things they didn't really know they were in.
Yeah, totally.
Because you've got a bunch of runners and then a bunch of like trained people all going together and doing yoga. Yeah. And then I'm sure at like later points in the year you've got the same thing, but vice versa. It's interesting.
And like, you guys were all great. Like,
honestly, it was the most humbling experience of my life. He was like, chaturanga. Was it a chaturanga?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I went home though and I felt so good.
Yeah.
I was like, I am invigorated.
My favorite part of that event, I went out to help the chef with something. I came back in and everyone was like upside down and laughing and screaming. And I was like, this is such a giggle.
I suppose on that though, you just mentioned there you had a chef. Most people put events on, and like obviously I've said, some people go all in, some people do them on a smaller scale. But when you plan events, what are you sort of thinking? Because how many people came to that? Was it 20, 30?
I think it was actually closer to 40.
You had 40 people. Yeah. You also had catering done for it. And then there was like, Ollie was there with his camera doing sort of media stuff. Yeah. What goes into planning these? Or like obviously as much as you're allowed to tell me.
I think, yeah, just like having a sort of vision from the start. And that's where our ambassadors are great, because they just have like, they come with loads of ideas, and then you're able to be like, okay, cool, you want to do that? Like, maybe we can do that. And I think Edinburgh's got such good connections where you're never short on finding like a good photographer, or we had a DJ at that one, which was really cool. Yeah. And yeah, I think like the venues you're pairing with as well are so important. So the Biscuit Factory for that one was just such an amazing venue. It's actually been one that I've wanted to work with for such a long time, because I think like they're just the sort of hidden gem in Leith, aren't they? Where, like everyone walked into that space and was like, oh my God, I didn't know this was like this cool. I think it's like so many people know about it, but they host like amazing events and such a range of different ones as well. And I think it was like initially meeting the team at Biscuit Factory, and I was like, I left with that sort of buzz, like I said when we like did that link up run, where I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to work with these guys. They're so great. And yeah, like the chef was amazing, and doing everything just like from their end was exceeding everything. And yeah, it makes it so much more enjoyable as well, because events can be stressful, but I think as well, if you just choose not to be stressed, because you're like, no one else is stressing around me, so
it is
why
literally
am
just
I?
meant to be fun for everyone there as well. And then, so on that, you create the events, you plan them all from nothing, you try and build it around a feeling, but then obviously to a degree, social media plays into that as well. You definitely put a large emphasis on like making it look good. So what do you think goes into that from a branding perspective? Like, do you always bring Lululemon signage? Does it always have to feel a certain way? Because then people share it on social media and you guys get reach that way, and then more people see the community and they're like, oh, I want to be part of that. Is that like a big driver going into it? You're like, I want to get a lot of eyes on this? Or is it literally just to sort of cater for the people in the room?
Yeah, I think it depends on the event, but I think just like never underestimate the importance of like a good photographer and videographer, because like you guys work hard, and it's, do you know, when we've all had that moment where we go, yeah, I could just like make a reel on my phone, and you know, some people are great at that, but I have put together some horrendous things on my phone, and then everyone's like, that's not very good.
That's not going anywhere, buddy.
And it's just incredible when I think when a photographer or videographer sends you back their work, you just get like that, oh my gosh, that was my event, that was so cool, and you relive it, and I think it's actually so important, and it is a very difficult job as well. I've been given a camera before just to try and get around. And I'm like, oh no, thumb in the lens.
I broke it. And how long does it take you normally to plan these events? Is it like, okay, we've got a space in the diary like 3 or 4 weeks in advance, or are you trying to plan them? Would you have like set dates throughout the year where you're like, okay, we want to try and get a yoga event in here, a train event in here, a run event in here to keep the community engaged? Or is it more spontaneous?
Yeah, I'll obviously try and give myself as much time as possible. I think as well, having a rough idea before you kind of have the idea is always helpful. So with like venues and stuff, I sometimes just like speak to them way in advance and be like, do you have like this sort of window and dates? And like just like kind of gauge how much it's going to cost and stuff like that. And I don't know, just having an idea. And I think like our ambassadors are so great that giving ideas that way in advance, you kind of just get a feeling of what it's going to be, and then you can always like align it to whatever's going on in your like brand or company with like campaigns and stuff.
And that's one more thing. So you mentioned the ambassadors. So obviously you got all these different communities, the yoga community, the run community, the train community, and then you've got ambassadors within each one of those. Would you say that it's important to have ambassadors that represent your brand?
Oh, definitely.
To build the community?
Yeah, like they're so amazing. And it's not even just like to have them post videos and stuff. It's it actually has such a big impact on our team as well, where like I've been inspired to like enter into running stuff, and like I said, I got into yoga, and our whole team went and did a class with, it was most of our team went and did a class with Maddie, who's our train ambassador, our newest train ambassador as well.
Shout out Maddie.
And everyone, it was just such a nice team bonding experience, because we did this class and then we all went for pizza after, and it was just an amazing way to like meet her and connect with her and just each other as well. So it has a huge impact on the team, which are also your community. I think everyone's like, oh yeah, we got to like put on something for the community, but it's like that is just you and your team. So I
suppose from that point of view as well, like if the team that work with you are all happy, you get more buy-in across the board from everyone. People come into the store, they feel that community because everyone's so happy that works there, and it's just like the whole thing marinades together.
It
and
is
you've got
like
a really positive environment.
A credit to, like, we have an amazing team in Edinburgh, and everyone is just so involved. Like we've got
you've got such a wide variety.
Yogis,
you've got an Olympic diver.
An Olympic diver, shout out James.
This guy came along to the train event and he's like, I'm gonna try and muscle up. Starts banging out sets of muscle ups at the end of the thing. Everyone's just wanting to go for pizza. It is mad. It is mad though, and it is cool to see as well. But the question on everyone's mind is, what makes a perfect ambassador? Because everyone out there will want to be a Lululemon ambassador. Because I think the brand stands for so much though, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone sees it, everyone wears it, everyone wants to be a part of it, and the ambassadorship is the way that a lot of people can become involved with it outside of just turning up to community events. And everyone wants, like, it's got a lot of buy-in. People want to be part of it. So for the people listening, what are the ingredients that go into making a good Lululemon ambassador?
Yeah, firstly, like, there's like so many ways to connect with and like be involved without like that sort of ambassador title, but like, and I also think there's just no perfect ingredient. It's because when you look at our ambassadors throughout the years, they're just so different and so amazing and just like really themselves. And I think it's just connection with the team. Like every single one of our ambassadors we've known for so long, like just a really long time. And yeah, what's funny about all of them as well is like they were all so shocked when they got asked, which is
me.
They were all like, "Are you sure?" And it's like, "Yeah, we're so sure." And I think that's so nice because it's just so authentic, and they just genuinely like our team and like spending time with us and like getting us involved and entering us into comps with them and things like that. So yeah, it is like one of my favorite parts is doing stuff for the ambassadors because I just think they're amazing.
Yeah, and then with the ambassadors, they all run their own events each year?
Yeah, so they'll all have like different moments throughout the year. So yeah, it's kind of depends on like what sort of they want to do, and sometimes weather with like our run ones where we're like, oh, maybe we wait till there might be sun.
Yeah. Because you guys haven't done, because earlier in the year, for the people that don't know, you did was it the Neighborhood Ultra?
Yeah, Neighborhood Ultra.
Neighborhood Ultra. Like,
that's one of my favorite
that was huge. That was looked mad. How long did that take to plan? And then also, like, what was it like?
Yeah, I mean, that's like, yeah, just one of
people
my favorite
got tattoos
things.
On it, didn't they? Someone got a neighborhood tattoo.
Yeah, quite a few people did actually. So yeah, that one's such a credit to our ambassador Ollie, and also it's Trade that we partner with, Trade Space in Portobello, who do an amazing coffee and are just like a community in themselves. They're amazing. So yeah, basically the event was we were based out of Trade for the day, and we were just running loops of Portobello. So it was kind of that sort of backyard ultra style event, but we just wanted it to be for everyone. Yeah. And it wasn't that way of like, oh, how do we make it? Like we just like genuinely wanted it to be for everyone because we're like, that's how it's going to be the most fun. So yeah, everyone was just running loops of Portobello, and then everyone had their own little Polaroid. So when you come in, you get to score it off. And then that was one of the tattoos. People were getting like tattooed how many loops they'd done of Portobello. So it was like, okay, next year I'll get a couple more tattoos.
That's epic. At some point, 20 years from now, you're just going to have one man that's got Portobello loops all over him. That's
years
so
in
good.
Prison? No, Portobello loops.
Portobello loops, brother. That's so good.
It was, what was really nice is just so many people from different run clubs, like looking back, there was so many different run clubs that came and supported it, and or just people who come on their own, and maybe it was they got like their first half marathon or their first time doing an ultra, maybe in first 5K, which is really cool. And yeah, just overhearing people meeting from different clubs and being like, oh, should we like, do you want to go out for a loop? And then they would like come back into Trade and hang out. So I think it was like the perfect place to facilitate it, and just like the perfect group. So
that's class.
Yeah, actually get all like, ooh, just.
That's awesome. But then also
we will do more of them. They're
like at the center of that though is Lululemon itself. It's like people are then, it's like they're achieving these things that you said is like first half marathon, first marathon. And then they attribute that to you, Lululemon, the Lululemon community. So you're just creating so much buy-in from all these people, from just like doing fun things and helping them.
It's just fun
you're
things.
Not trying to like, it's literally just fun things. You're not trying to do anything like too over the top. It's just everything. You're just trying to learn from the last and implement it. I got a question for you. What do you think a brand is without a community? Do you think there's any real like substance to that? Because a lot of people try and do things and they aren't focused on community at all.
That's so hard to like think of and imagine, because that's just like all I think about. And
really?
So it's just hard to imagine what it would look like, because I guess like every brand would have one. It's like if you have, like, say we started a business right now, like that would be a community straight away, I guess. Like, I don't know. So it's really hard to imagine, but I just love like how much it is such a core part of ours, and it is literally just like because it's fun.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, we like neighborhood ultras and empowered by, because it's like, oh, that's such a fun thing that our ambassador and like a cool group in our community wanted to do. So let's like support that rather than like.
So then you do empowered by events. So there's Lululemon events that you guys run, and then there's events that are empowered by, and empowered by is just like supported.
Yeah, it's totally like we're gonna support this because it's just like someone we want to get behind and it's cool. So
yeah.
But yeah, what was the question again? Sorry.
What's a brand without community?
Oh,
You said it's
Nothing.
hard to imagine. Yeah, but like you said though, everyone. I think the takeaway from that is like there's community in everything that everyone does.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to look like the other person's community, you know it like.
Because a lot of people will look at what you guys do and they'll be like, okay, to have a community now I need to host an ultra marathon.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you have a community. As you said, it's like if we started something right now, there would be a community. But you just need to figure out what that community is.
Yeah.
So for people trying to figure that out, if there was someone, for example, like, I don't know, Doug, the bike fit guy, for example. Yeah. It's like Doug goes out and he has group rides with people on like a Saturday, and then they all want to go into his shop. But then he might look at something you guys do and be like, oh, I need to do things on a bigger scale. But it's like, it's not necessarily that.
Yeah, definitely
You just need to keep showing up.
You can see so much impact from like different scales of things. And I love that it's like, yeah, he just like wanted to go out for a bike ride because he wanted to do it. And then from that, you meet people that like the same things you do and know that you like it. So then you just feel more connected to them. So yeah, and that's how like I find like the coolest and like really successful ones like start, because I guess I'm trying to think of like, I guess like Good Time, Blank, like these sorts of run clubs. Obviously that there's loads of run clubs in Edinburgh, but I just know for those like specific ones, they've started from such an authentic place where they're just like, we just want to go running with our friends, and then all of a sudden it's
everyone
huge.
Wants to be there
because it's like they actually enjoy doing it. And I think the main thing is they like everything these clubs do is they just want to put back into their community. It's not for them, it's for the people that support them. So yeah, I always think that's really nice, and you can just see that it's authentic as well. And I think a lot of people see things like, oh, like what are they making all these things for, like tote bags, t-shirts and stuff, and most of the time it's to raise money for someone in their community, just to support them, or just to like reinvest into that community. So yeah, that's where I think you see it really successful, because they actually just want to do something fun that they enjoy doing. It's not for any other reason.
Yeah. So the takeaway is like start from a place of authenticity, and then do it regardless of if 10 people show up or 0 people show up.
Yeah, just do what you want to do.
You would still go out and do the thing.
So that's like the first, I remember when, it must have been about 2 years ago when we did our first run with Blank, and it was just, crazy the amount of people showed up. And like when we'd got together to chat about it, it's funny, these meetings as well, when it's with your pals, you're just like, it's like 5%, okay, what are we actually doing? And then like 10% like, oh, this is going to be such a laugh. And I think that's like, we just were like, oh, should we just do a run? And it was so easy. And that's how like most of them are. It's just like, should we just do that? That'll be really fun. And then it kind of snowballs.
Grows arms and legs from there.
Yeah. But and I guess there's been some that have been more planning, there's like goals and visions behind it. Like a really special one was our previous train ambassador, Amy Connell, who is a Commonwealth karate athlete. One of her like big goals and passions was to do women's self-defense workshops. So we did that for International Women's Day, and it just, you can tell it just means a lot to someone, and then it meant a lot to everyone else that was at that event. Yeah. And meant a lot to me as well to be able to like help her do that. Yeah. But yeah, she's just such a cool one where, again, just everything that she does is like putting back in, and it's never like, with these people, it's never like, oh, just so we can post about doing it. It's like the amount of things that they do, because I think like the more you know someone, you're like, oh my gosh, you did all these cool things. It's like nobody even knew that you were doing these things.
Yeah, so you just do them anyway.
Yeah. And our yoga ambassador previously as well had such a vision for her yoga event, And as much as it was like equal amount of effort to be planning and stuff, it was just like so goal driven, which is really cool to kind of like see their dream to fruition. So.
And then do you think, like last one sort of on the events, do you think that having community events is a massive sort of catalyst to growing a community? Because a lot of people post-COVID tried to do everything online, but then now off the back of that, everyone wants to meet up in person and everyone wants that connection again. Yeah.
I mean, interesting you brought up COVID because something I loved that we did in Lululemon was, again, ambassador related. So when we were all at home and it was a bit like, what do we do? They would put on classes so the ambassadors would put on classes for us. So we'd all jump on Zoom and do like a Barry's class, then a yoga class the next day. And again, it wasn't just like so we could post about doing it. It was just like, we just want to support like our community and have everyone feeling good. So, and it's just something I really remember is like what made me go like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. And I felt really seen because it was like, we're doing this for you rather than just like, you know?
That's nice. So I guess the takeaways from that so far is like, you have to do it from a place of authenticity. Do it because you genuinely want to see like the best for people that want to attend. So you're doing it for like a really good reason for other people, like the karate event. And then also it's like, just take care of your actual core community of the people that work for you. And then from there, the rest is literally just a case of putting the thing on. If people come. And then you learn from the last one, you implement into the next one, and the community just grows from there.
I think as well, like the power of collaboration is just really important because I think when you are in a small city where Edinburgh is just like really small, I think people-wise, everyone just knows each other, which is great. But like just making sure you actually go to other people's things and enjoy their events and support each other, because I find that really nice as well, like working with different vendors, whether it's like catering, photography, DJs, stuff like that. It's like if one person can't do it, or like if they just know someone who's really great, they're gonna like recommend me all these cool people. And that's where it's like, okay, we're all as a city tying together this event. You know, it's like,
it is cool.
It makes it so easy. And then like if people reach out to me and they're like, do you know any good venues? I'm like, yeah, I know some good venues. As well, because you want to support the people that you like or the venues you like and stuff like that. So I think it just like, there's so much room for everyone. And I think that's not just Edinburgh, I think that's everywhere. There's just room for everyone in community. So like, why not just help each other out?
That's class. So then if you, like last question on this, if you were to sort of create a community event, like say I was like, right, we're doing, I don't know, say I was just like a fitness trainer or something like that. And I was like, I want to get the people I work with together, want to do something, want to build a bit of community. Everyone's sort of remote, but they are in the same city. What would be the advice you would give to that person?
Paintball.
You go paintball.
No, I don't know.
That's your first thing. There we go. That's how you make great events. The first thing that comes into your head, you do it.
Yeah, you just do it.
I suppose though, right? It doesn't have to be directly related to the thing that you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Because like the class we did with Maddie, so many people went into it. They're like, I don't lift weights, and like even myself being more into yoga, I was like, I know I enjoy weight training, but sometimes things like that can be quite like unfamiliar. And but yeah, after it was just like everyone had such a good time. And you kind of go, it doesn't even need to be the exact thing everyone, like our team's so diverse where you're never going to get the perfect thing. Like if we were to do an activity, you're never going to get the perfect thing, but as long as it's like the people involved are great, and like everyone just loved Maddie and wanted to go support her. So I think it doesn't have to be too overcomplicated. It's just like good people, good things, and and
I think just giving it time as well. Like don't expect the world from it.
Yeah, totally.
That's class. And then if we look back over the last say 2.5 years, what would you say some of your proudest moments are working with Lululemon?
Neighborhood Ultra was really cool.
Neighborhood Ultra.
Yeah.
Any others? Any other standout ones? Like what you said, it was like your first event where you felt like really empowered by it. You're like, this is cool.
Yeah, I think yeah, both that with the link up runs with Blank and Good Time were a real like, oh my gosh, that went like after I was like, that was so good. And then other like Ghetto Grads we did something with, and they're just an amazing community. They like really do it well. I think just actually the ambassadors, just getting to work with them all the time is amazing, and then they become your friends as well, which is like not many jobs do you get to just like meet these people and then they become like really, really good friends. And that is so genuine as well. So yeah, I think that's just, there's like a lot of things that I'm like now reflecting, I'm like, oh, I'm so grateful for all these things that and it's hard because I feel like events is so stand out in the brain. But yeah, there's so many little mini moments that if I can make like a reel of all this in my head, it would go on for ages.
It's being processed right now. And then I suppose to sort of like wrap it up, if you were to run events as like someone else, like someone watching this is like, oh, I want to do things for myself, I want to do whatever, would you say remove the pressure from big events, try and do maybe one slightly higher budget one where you've got catering, you've got this, but build it up first with just like small, consistent, authentic community activations to lead into the big one? Or what would your advice be to that person? Because a lot of people start from zero. Well, in fact, everyone starts from zero, but they fall short because they expect it to be like a short-term win. They're like, I want to start a community. And they immediately then want to like monetize their community. They do it for like 2 weeks, it's not working, they quit. But community is not necessarily built overnight.
Yeah, and I think if you go in with that brain of like, obviously it's like, it's a lot of like businesses and measurables that you have to, but I think you just have to be like, this is my lifestyle and how do I want that to look and who do I want to like have in my life? Because if you're inviting people in to be part of your community, then they are like people in your life. So I think there's no correct answer on whether you like go really big or you just like start small, because it's kind of getting that collaboration right as well. We're being like, okay, you guys align with our values and we align with yours, and it just works. And I think that is it. Like sometimes it just works, and then sometimes you'll have things where it's like varying factors will just affect it, and not many people turn up, and that's okay. And I think you just like learn so much from every single one that you do. And I think as well, people who come to these events don't see all the things that, because you're like, oh, that went really annoyingly wrong, and they did it, but like nobody will actually. People show up with such a fresh brain, and they show up with a brain of, I know I do. If I go to an event, I go because I want to enjoy it. And I think there's just so much cool stuff happening in Edinburgh that like every single thing will be slightly different in its own lovely way. So
One more for you. You mentioned values. Would you ever sacrifice your values to host a huge event?
Oh yeah, massive.
Yeah.
I'm like, what scale of event?
Huge. Glastonbury. But like when you think about it, and Lululemon, like I'd imagine your own personal values align with Lululemon's values. The values are the core of the community. So I think if you screw it up once, it's tainted. So would you always keep your values at the core of everything that you put on?
Oh yeah, because that's like why you want to do it as well. It's like with Neighbourhood Ultra, it's like we wanted to do it because there wasn't really an ultra marathon right on people's doorsteps that was free and accessible and that like all our pals could go to. We're like, we just want like, and we wanted to bring together so many different run groups that, so we're like, yeah, let's just do that, and then we can do what we want. And it's like naturally your values do fall into that, because it's like what's going to light you up and make you want to do it. So yeah, I think like you just wouldn't enjoy throwing like some event if it wasn't in line with your values, because I guess that's what pushes you to do it.
Yeah. And then lastly, to round out, where can people find you? And then also, have you got any upcoming events that you want to plug?
Oh, so we are on George Street, Lululemon Edinburgh. We've got a really lovely team, so come in and say hi. And Upcoming events. So actually next week we are supporting PT Hub with their Hub Games event, which is really cool. They've been doing it for a few years, and it's in aid of Maggie's charity, which is like really close to their heart. So I'm really excited to support that one. It's so fun, and you can go along and spectate. I did that the last 2 years. Last year I was on a broken foot, so
yeah.
I was like, oh, sorry guys, I can't
get a jail free card.
But
sorry,
no, it's
team.
such a fun one to go and like. I love cheering stuff, like marathon cheer, the lot gets me. But yeah, it's a really fun one to just go and support. And yeah, there's like raffles and stuff, and who doesn't love a good raffle? So we've got that one coming up. Obviously Edinburgh Fringe is huge, so yeah, we've got some things in the works. But yeah, other than that, just keep tuned.
Unreal. Well, that was for those of you that have made it this far. That was your first podcast.
Yeah.
Unreal.
We did
you guys
it.
let her know how she did in the comment section below. 1 out of 10. 10 being incredible, 1 being this should be your only podcast. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed that, as you know, you can go to George Street. You can find them there. They've got all the upcoming events. They post them on socials. Bethany will keep you in the loop. And yeah, that's it really. Hopefully you took some value from it. I certainly did. It's incredible. You think about all of the things that you can implement today that you took from that. Like, it's really simple, and I would say the most actionable thing is don't deviate too far away from what's true to you. You just do you, regardless if people are there or not, and then the community will follow along from that. The right people will come, and don't put pressure on yourself to make it happen right here, right now. The long run is a good game. So if you found it useful, found it helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and go give Bethany some love on George Street and Lululemon. So yeah, thank you.